So John Kasich, who will probably be the next Secretary of Defense or Labor or whatever the fuck, because Joe Biden, he's a freak show. But John Kasich was on CNN or MSNBC, one of these platforms, CNN, and was saying some pretty dumb bullshit. So I'm going to play the clip in a second here, but AOC responded to this. And it's pretty funny. So, John Kasich, who did not deliver Ohio to the Democrats. Reminder, the former governor of Ohio endorsing Joe Biden? That doesn't move enough votes? Come on, dude. Come on. Why were you at the DNC, John? If you can't even deliver your home state? A failure? Sad. Low energy? Is saying folks like Ilhan, who did deliver Minnesota, are the problem. I would even say also, Minnesota's not that much of a swing state, but Michigan was red 4 years ago. Rashida Tlaib in Michigan was campaigning her asshole off, and now Michigan is a very safely blue state in this election. So I would throw that in there. But the radical left, they're terrible. They're terrible. Did you hear that Rashida Tlaib booed Hillary Clinton? Unbelievable. She wants to defund the police. How crazy. Now, it's interesting because, again, the Virginia congresswoman that John Kasich will mention here was a centrist who almost lost. And there was an analysis done. Every single Democrat who endorsed Medicare for All won their election. Not every single, like there are some, right, that lost. But, like, of the people that won, right, like that kind of situation, the people that won heavily were Medicare for All endorsers. Most of the people that lost were centrists in these swing districts when the House went back, when they flipped 8 seats to Republicans. Those were mostly centrists who were being painted with the brush of Democrats wanted to fund the police, but they didn't do anything on their own to, like, oh yeah, no, we don't want to defund the police. We want to invest in social welfare programs and have a safe... They didn't do any of that shit. What they did was like, defund the police! Ah! Right? So they didn't motivate anyone to vote for them, and they motivated everyone to vote against for them. And that's how you get that situation. So here's John Kasich reacting to such a thing.
Now is the time for Democrats, and I believe Joe Biden will do this, to begin to listen to what the other half of the country has had to say.
Joe Biden was elected. Now, I know Donald Trump has not listened to a single thing the Democrats have wanted in 4 fucking years, but Joe Biden has no power. He's president-elect. He's not even president yet, but he's got to listen. He's got to turn the page. He's got to listen to the other half. How come Donald Trump didn't listen to our half, John Kasich, and now all of a sudden you get your grubby little mitts? Not to be confused with senators from Utah. You get your grubby little mitts on Joe Biden. What? That's a bad deal.
We have to listen to what those folks, those Republicans, all across this country has had to say. The best thing that's happened to Joe Biden is the fact that the United States Senate is either going to be Republican or very close, and the far left can push him as hard as they want. And frankly, the Democrats have to make it clear to the far left that they almost cost him this election. And that congresswoman from Virginia warned the Democrats, you want to talk about defunding the police, you'll have no support. And I think this is an opportunity for Biden to talk about the center right and the center left of this country and what can be achieved, because we have enormous problems with debt.
Again, I want to say, everyone that was embracing left-wing policies won their re-elections handily. The candidates that lost were mostly centrist Democrats. Mr. Freaklich in the chat, everyone that stood for M4A won aside from I think the ones that stood for M4A with re-election, for their re-election, were the ones that won. Because I do know that there was someone who was running who was endorsed Medicare for All but did not win, but she was running. She wasn't a sitting incumbent. I'm pretty sure that's the statistic that I was mentioning. But John Kasich here is like this is nonsensical, right? This is bizarre. This is like, again, Donald Trump he did not win the popular vote. He did not have a mandate, and he did not listen to a single Democrat on anything the entire time. Joe Biden, on the other hand, won the popular vote, has over 50% of the popular vote. The majority of American citizens voted for Joe Biden. But, gotta listen to both sides. What a bunch of stupid shit.
Social Security, Medicare, health care, little steps, little steps. One other thing, one Democrat told me at some point, if they'd have been more clear in rejecting the hard left, they would have appealed more to Americans who I believe essentially live in the middle. So I think actually
this was a failed strategy. Let me let him finish.
He's in a better position today because being pulled from the left isn't going to work. They will not get those things done.
Okay, so this is the same guy. Again, he did not deliver Ohio for the Democrats. He endorsed Joe Biden. He went up to the DNC. He was live on CNN every other fucking ding-dong day, and somehow Ohio went to Donald Trump. So shut the fuck up, first of all, John Kasich. You have no credibility here. You have lost, okay? You are over. You are done. You are a loser. You're a sucker. You're a loser, John Kasich, okay? So with that out of the way, again, like, Joe Biden has a mandate. He has over 50% of people that voted for him. As far as I'm concerned, that lets him do whatever he wants. Now, my idea of what he wants is, he's kind of an old guy. He's missed the step. He's not as intelligent or smart as he used to be. Right? Let's get a few people in a room with him, and maybe something good will happen. But my problem, my worry, is that those few people that are going to get into the room with him, as John Kasich is calculating, are probably going to be Republicans, and that's pretty scary. But yeah, again, this whole calculus makes no sense. No sense at all. If people are painting you with a broad brush, and you, instead of giving any of your constituents actual things like, oh yeah, no, this is what I'm going to do. Like, you know, they're saying I'm going to do this, but that's fake. Here's what I'm actually going to do, and here's why it's going to help you. Instead of doing that, they're just like, ah! And then they make a campaign ad going like, ah! And then they're surprised no one votes for them. Why would anyone want to vote for a candidate that just goes, ah! All the time? I don't. Did I vote for a candidate that does that? No, I didn't. Because I'm not a loser. And most people are not losers that don't want to vote for that shit. So, I don't know. So it's a bizarre analysis. And I love that AOC is openly going after these people. AOC going after Lincoln Project, then John Kasich. It's great. AOC is like going in. So I just want to give huge shout outs to AOC on that one. Pretty good stuff. Pretty good stuff.